Hi, it's Jason from Eastman Strings, and we're going to show you how to get the bass out of the case safely and how to get it back into the case. And this is a little trickier than it seems, so I'm going to step away here a little bit so you can see the whole process. We have our bow right here, and we have this soft case, which is what just about every bass is going to come in. It might be a little thinner, it might be just like this, but we typically have a strap here on the neck, and this just sort of helps keep everything together. So we want to loosen this strap, and then we want to put the bass down on the ground. And you want to be careful because your bass might want to roll over on the bridge, and we don't want that to happen. So we put this down on the ground. It's great if you have a parent or an adult to help you with this. We take the bow or the bow case out. Now, this step is a little more complicated than for the smaller instruments, but that's okay. We want to, with the bass standing up, and this is where it's great to have someone else to help. We want to start by unzipping this short zipper here. It's going to be on my right side, so your right side when you're taking it out. Then we want to unzip this left side and go all the way up, and then take the bag off and put it to the side. Then, last step, we put the bass down on the left side like this. We don't want to lie it flat on its back. We don't want to put it on the right side. Usually we want to put it so that the scroll faces to our left. So that's what we typically do. Then we just move that bag out of the way. We can even put our bow case on it if we don't have a stand or something like that. But that's how it works. So going the other way, we start and we just reverse the steps. So we get our bag, we take our bass, and this is great with help, certainly. And we take and put the bag over the scroll. Just like so. Then we start by zipping the big zipper. And you want to be a little careful right in here. Just make sure that you can get it around. Then go over and zip the small zipper. You take this neck strap. And we go like that, and then put our bow back into its bow pocket, and we make sure we zip it up so that we don't accidentally lose our bow. There are a few things you need to know about these instruments, and one of the most important things is that they're made of wood, so they react to temperature and they react to humidity. The thing I always keep in mind is if I'm in a situation where I would be uncomfortable, my bass is going to be uncomfortable. So if it's too hot or it's too cold, that's not good for the instrument. You want to keep it as close to room temperature as you can all throughout the year. And you don't want this to get too dry or too humid. Too dry is usually more of a problem for people, especially if they live in colder climates. Generally, around 30% humidity is great for a bass. You could even get up to 40 or 50%. That's fine. If you're in a very humid place, you need to watch out because things could start to mold or you could develop problems. But keeping it as close to room temperature as you can and keeping the humidity somewhere around 30% or maybe a little bit more, that's going to make this instrument happy and last for the long term. Now, one of the most important items is to have some sort of rag. This is just a washcloth that I have, and I wash this every week or so and just get another one out. And we want this to wipe down our playing surfaces from rosin. Rosin, especially for bass, is very sticky and it can build up over time on the instrument and the strings and just kind of make everything a mess. So every time we finish playing, we take a cloth and just wipe down every string. So I take the cloth, put it around the string, and then the cloth is up against the fingerboard. I'm kind of getting the fingerboard as well. And I go all the way down to the bridge and get the rosin off down there too. Same thing for the next string, the D string. Same thing for the A string and the E string. Then I just do a general dusting of my bass. The playing surfaces are done, but now the belly of the bass, the top, that's what can get some gunk built up there. So I just make sure that I clean that off, and I also clean off my bridge, and then put this usually just in the little spot of my bridge right here, or down by the tailpiece, and I pull it out the next time. So after you get done playing, you put your bass back in the bag just to keep it safe, and that's how you keep your instrument lasting for the long haul. A couple of other things that you want to watch out for are the bridge being really straight. You want to make sure that the bridge doesn't lean this way or that way, just nice and straight. This is something that you can show your teacher and they'll know if it's okay or not. Generally, bass bridges don't move around very much. They're nice and sturdy, but you want to be careful that they don't get jostled if you're taking it in and out of the car or in and out of a building. The strings are attached to the bass at two places. One is the tailpiece and the other is up here, these machines here, these tuning machines. These are our pegs for the bass. So the string is attached to the peg there, and we tune and detune using these tuning machines, and it attaches to the tailpiece. You're not likely to break a string on the bass because they're so thick, but you want to ask your teacher and let them help you when you're tuning, and using some sort of electronic tuner is a great idea. I do it every single time I pull out my bass. So that's a little bit about caring for the bass, maintaining it, and how these strings are attached